Hi, and welcome to Stephen Helwig Talks Tech. Today I'm going to be unboxing and setting up the Osmo 3 Mobile combo, or the Osmo Mobile 3 combo rather. And this is a gimbal device. If you're unfamiliar with gimbals, they are stabilizers that help stabilize your camera during motion shots. This one is made by DJI. You may be familiar with DJI because they're one of the major drone manufacturers. But this can stabilize your camera when you're trying to run or shoot an action shot. And I think if you've ever tried to shoot moving images while also moving shots while also moving, you'll notice that image stabilization is one of the most difficult things with cameras. There's been a lot of work that's been put in over the years to help stabilize images on the software, but this will do it with hardware. There's expensive versions of this that are made for full-fledged cameras, but this is specifically made for mobile devices. And so I've thought about getting one of these recently because when trying to shoot any kind of B-roll or shots for some of the image review or the product reviews I'm doing, I find it very hard to steady the camera and just do a pan. Just a simple pan, even using a selfie stick, it comes out very shaky once you look at the video on a computer. So I wanted to get one of these. This one is the Mobile 3. It retails for $120. You can get it at most electronics retailers or specialty photo retailers as well. There is a version 4 that has come out recently, which I think is about $150. But in doing the research, there were very few differences that matter to me. I think one of the key differences for the 4 is that it does have a magnetic connector to easily swap out devices if you have multiple devices that are going on. Not part of my workflow, so not quite as important. So I'm going to unbox this. I will show you the setup on my Android Pixel 3 to show you what the setup is like. There's an app that goes with this. I think it'll also work with just a general camera app. And then I'll walk you through how to use it. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate a subscribe. And as always, once you're done, if you like this video, please give it a like and a share with your friends. All right, come join me as we unbox. All right, we are ready to start the unboxing here. So we have the Osmo Mobile 3. We're going to try to get this plastic off. Let's see if we can get down in here with this little trusty tool. There we go. Okay. All right, and we will dispose of the plastic. Very good. And we will get this out of the way. It's a little handy multi-tool here that I have. So hopefully we don't need to make any cuts. Actually, we do need it still. Just tape here, we'll try to ease out. There we go. Nice. I don't think we damaged the box at all. Okay, put that away. And let's open it. Okay, and let's slide it out. It seems to be nicely wrapped here in a little carrying case. It looks like there's another part to it. So we have this, we'll hold that up here, it's still in the plastic. And then there is this little box that also came out. We'll see what's in here. Looks like it kind of unfolds in the back, but possibly, or kind of a unique way that it's been packaged. Trying to not damage it, but looks pretty tough to open without doing so. Okay, let's just get in here and see if we can pry this open. No, oh, look, let's try that. Of course, always an easy way, always an easy way. Let's pull this out here and see what this attachment is. So this is a tripod. So I mentioned that I got the Mobile 3, not a tripod, but like a little stand, Mobile 3 combo. There's a cheaper for $100. You can just get the Mobile 3, and it doesn't come with this, right? So this is like a little stand that you can screw on, and it'll sit there on the table and allow you to maybe do a timed shot, right? So if you wanted to set a timer on your camera and walk away, you can use it in that fashion. So that is what came there. Okay, let's keep going. What's on the other side of this box here? Get in there. It's like a bag of some sort. Difficult to rip open. Okay, unfold it. Okay, yeah, so it's like a little carrying bag. Put it in. It's Osmo DJI there on the front. Nice. Oh, there's a little tie there. We will take and slide that out of the way. Let's just look in there. Oh, looks like there's a strap as well. So that's for tying around the gimbal. Or gimbal, I've heard it said that way as well. I'm not sure which one is right. I'm assuming gimbal is right. And that's what I'm gonna go with until somebody tells me otherwise. Okay, so that's what's in there. Oh, this actually flew out as well. These look like some adhesive. If you require the use of anti-slip pads, secure the mobile phone in the holder. Okay, so I guess if you need to secure the phone in the holder, you can put these maybe on the back of the phone. We'll take a look at those maybe a little later. Okay. All right. So next, let's look at the device itself. Okay. All right. So here we are. All right, let's get this opened here. You can see the case is really nice. It's nice little raised lettering here. It says Osmo DJI. Like a little pocket. I guess you could slide maybe your even phone back there if you didn't have it on you. And it is quite hefty. It's not light. See it up here. You can see the kind of lettering there in the light. So let's give it an open. Okay. There's some protective cushion here on the top. And it looks like on the bottom. Okay. Put that to the side. It is actually quite heavy once you do get it in your hand. I guess that's to provide balance and stabilization. You don't want it too light. And there's some writing here on the top. Activate the Osmo Mobile 3 when using it for the first time by following the steps on the DJI Mimo app. Okay, so it looks like I will need to download an app. You can see what it looks like there. Fits in my hand. And it opens up. There's a little bit of resistance, but not too much. And there's a trigger here on the front. Front side, there's a little trigger. And on the side here, there's a USB that's assumed to charge it or to maybe update the firmware. There's two slots here. So this looks like Type-C. This looks like regular USB female. And the side there is a tight and wide, so zoom controls. Then there is on the front like a record button. This looks like it's to move things around, probably to move the apparatus once you have it turned on and powered up. Right now it's just kind of swinging freely. So, and then that looks like a power and M. I'm not really sure what M does yet. This rotates around, so you can see here, this rotates, so I guess you can turn your phone into portrait and landscape mode, and then this rotates. So quite a bit of movement available here, and actually this rotates as well, but I think that's more for folding it up at the end. Okay, so let's see what happens when you press this power button. It comes on. But according to that thing I just read, it looks like I need the mobile app to really get going with it. So don't think I can use it really yet, but we will test it out. So you can see here, handheld, fits in the hand very nicely. We'll get a phone hooked in and show that to you in a little bit. Compact, looks like it can fold up here. That maybe? Yeah, there we go. So it folds like this, something like that. I assume it goes back in the carrying case. I may have to practice how to fold this up to fit it in the carrying case. But I guess that's why they give you this one too, so you have to probably be less precise than trying to get it back into the box. All right, well, we'll come back and we will download the Osmo, or the Mimo app as it's called. We'll get it set up and try to leverage it with the device and our phone. So I went ahead and installed the DJI Mimo application, and I'm going to walk you through getting set up and leveraging or using the gimbal for the first time. Now I can tell you this is the second time I'm going through this, because the first time around when I did this, it didn't record my audio for some reason, had a glitch, and I realized it after the fact. So now I'm going to walk you through it again. So I'm going to open the application here. I've hit open, there it goes. And it's going to go through some prompts, first of which is allowing access to media and files. You'll use this application to actually do video recordings, to actually do both pictures and video recordings. So it's going to need access to your files and folders and things like that. Standard terms of use policy, and I'm going to say do not consider to be in the improvement program. And for the location settings, I'm going to say while using the app. That's what I generally choose just from a security perspective. We'll see if there's any issues doing that, but I think it should be okay for now. Okay, it's gonna give me a lot of prompts for learning how to use the app, which is nice, but I kind of want to skip through through some of these. It says tap here to select and file and start editing. That's to connect to the device, that's to view tutorials, all of which have been helpful so far. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to connect to the device. So I'm going to click this, and it's going to do device connection. I probably need to turn this on. So I have it here. I'm going to hit the little button in the center. Might need to hold. Oh, no, it came up. So I'm going to hit connect. Turn it back on again. There we go. I think you got to hold it down for it to turn on. So it's on now, and I actually want to, I didn't extend it out, so I'm going to extend it out there. Now it's on, and it's asking allow DJI Mimo to take pictures and record video while using app is fine, recording audio while using the app. So that's all good. So I have the phone app set up here, and you can see it's showing phone not mounted. So I'm in the camera section. So it's connected to the device, but it's not mounted. So I'm going to mount it now. When I do that, I'm going to actually turn off the phone so that I don't hit anything. And I'm just going to switch over here to this view. And I'm going to show you on the gimbal itself, there is an arrow where you put the phone in. I'll try to get in there so you can see that. And that little message shows you which direction to point the phone camera. So that means the phone camera needs to go up like this. In addition, if you can see here, it's beveled out a little bit, and that's so that it doesn't catch the power or volume rockers on your cell phone. That's pretty neat. With a case, I don't know if it's gonna work as well, but it's a nice little design touch. So I'm gonna go in here, slide in my phone. Okay. Phone is sliding in. And the next thing you need to do, and it actually tells you to do this in the app, is to balance the phone. You notice here it's kind of not well balanced. If I turn it sideways, it goes like this. But if I do it like that, it rocks back and forth. So there's actually two adjustments. So one is you can slide it left and right. You can see it's sliding left and right. And that is to balance it up and down. So that's pretty well balanced there. Right, and then there's another adjustment this way. So when you go this way, you actually need to slide the phone inside the little pocket and the little holder. So let's hold it, see if no, it's moving a little bit. So let's maybe push it back this way a little bit. Oh no, that didn't work. Okay. So it does take a little bit of messing around. Okay, so it looks like it's doing it that way. It's doing it this way. Okay, good. So now the device is balanced. Now I don't have it on, so it's kind of floating around, but it's well balanced now. So I'm gonna go back into the device here and open the app. I can open it up here. Okay. And then I will transition back here so you can see that. Okay. So I'm in the app. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, and I can turn it on. There's that power button. You're gonna hold it down, and it's gonna light up and beep, and it's gonna turn green. And there we go. So now it is connected. At least it's on. I'm not sure if it's connected quite yet. So I'm gonna hit the trigger here and see nothing's happening, and I see the little Bluetooth flashing, that symbol. So it's searching for device connection. There we go. It's found it, and it's now connected. Very good. Okay, so the device is connected. You can see here, and you can see, I'll move it around, and you can see what it looks like here when I move it around, which is pretty neat, right? You can see it kind of floats. I can move it sideways and this way, and it floats in that one direction, which is really awesome. Now this button, this M button, I think you can tap it twice and it will switch it into landscape mode. So it's now landscape here. It looks a little weird on my thing. So let me switch. I think I have a landscape view here that you can see. So now it's in landscape mode and doing a similar thing, which is pretty neat. This control here on the front, this one here, is used to move it around. So I can tilt, look up and down, see my desk. It's really neat. You can see the arm articulating as you do that. Right, you can move it left and right. You can see this one going left and right. So very smooth. It's going to really help with any kind of pan shots that I might do on devices, on device reviews, which is really neat. Or just tracking the kids as they play sports. That will be really awesome as well. There's also a zoom functionality here. So I'm going to use the trigger on this side. We'll try to zoom in. Works pretty well. Now, of course, this is a mobile phone camera, so I don't think I have any optical or any real zoom. I think this is all actually digital zoom here on this phone. So I don't use zoom a ton, but it's a nice feature to have anyway. And then this trigger on the back for what it does. Okay, so there's some other options. Oh, it switched cameras, so hello. So it looks like the trigger will switch between switch your cameras. So that's actually doing a face detection when I push it, so maybe I gotta hold it down to switch cameras here. Okay, yeah, there's something with the trigger that'll switch cameras, and I'm sure those instructions that popped up told me what to do. So I'll have to spin around watching some of the video and seeing some of the options. Now in the app, there's a bunch of options here, something called dynamic zoom, which looks pretty cool. That's new to the app. Time-lapse feature, better results, use the tripod. So that's the little attachment that I was showing you earlier. There is a hyperlapse option, which is probably not very interesting in my office. Standard video, you got photos, right? And then panorama, and then a story mode, which I'm not even gonna go into. I think everything has a story option at this point. For the most part, I'll be using video, but also maybe some photo options as well. So that is pretty cool. And then on this side here, there's a home. I think this is to change the resolution. So it'll map to the resolution of your phone and change the video frame rate. And then that's this here. Okay, if you wanted some glamour effects, I guess those are like Snapchat filters potentially that you could leverage. And then down here are some additional options. Overall, the camera app is really nice. I do love the camera app built in that Google has on this device, and in general I use that, but I don't think I would mind using this application at all, right? Especially so I can use the gimbal. So overall, pretty neat. It's my first time using one of these things, and I like it so far. It is heavy, so probably not something I want to hold all the time, but it's very ergonomic and comfortable. So I am going to test this out tomorrow when the sun is out and try to run and do some shots while running and walking, and just to see how stable it is. But so far, pretty impressed with the device. So I'm here on a walk in the woods doing a little hike, and I wanted to show you the difference of using the gimbal that I purchased, the DJI Osmo 3, versus just a regular selfie stick. I've had this selfie stick for some time, and it's good for taking, still photos, especially if you're trying to get multiple people in a shot, but it's not great for video. And the reason I like this selfie stick is that it has like a little tripod, so if you're trying to do a still photo of folks where you're out and about and you don't have anybody to take a picture, then this works great. But I wanted to show you the difference of side-by-side view of me walking with one phone hold it in the gimbal and then another phone in the selfie stick, so you can see the difference in stability. So I'm going to record that a little bit as I hike, and I'll show you the side-by-side. So just some quick first impressions here of the Osmo Mobile 3 as I've had a chance to play with it and use it a little bit. Overall, it's a pretty good device, solid quality. You can tell this isn't a cheaply made device. I found the mobile app fairly easy to use. The standard video mode is pretty good, and so I'm not missing the Google camera app, which I like a lot. Some of the advanced features, such as the dynamic zoom, which I know is kind of in preview, I didn't find to work so well. That could be because the Pixel 3 that I have, the camera just doesn't have the zooming necessary, I think, to pull that feature off. And then as well, the object tracking, I found it tracked faces really well, maybe struggled with other objects, though I was doing it in lower light, indoor light, so I wasn't trying it outside. It might do a little bit better in those modes. Using it fairly easy, especially the controls on the front here. Those are really nice as you're walking to be able to move the camera around without having to move your hand around, which works really well. But I would say that the balancing is annoying, right? If you want to undo your phone to look at something and then put it back in, you have to rebalance it. It does have a mode, like there's a sequence, I think you double tap the trigger, and it kind of puts your phone in a mode where you can use it while it's still in there. It's not great, but it works. But now I'm realizing that's the true benefit of the Osmo Mobile 4. The next version of this device, it has a magnetic clip that attaches to your phone, and you balance it, and then you can take it off, use your phone, and then click it back on without having to go through the rebalance procedure. So if you're looking at this device and you're going to be using it frequently, I'm using it infrequently, so it's not that big of a deal to use it, and then when I'm done, I put it away. But if you're going to be using it frequently, you might want to look at the Osmo Mobile 4. But overall, I like this device. Looking forward to playing around with it and doing some videos with it here in the near future. Thanks again for joining me here on Stephen Helwig Talks Tech as I unboxed and gave you my initial thoughts of the Osmo Mobile 3. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. As always, I'd appreciate a like. I definitely appreciate a subscribe as I try to get to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. If you have any thoughts on future videos I could do, please find me on social media channels. On Instagram, you can find me at Stephen Helwig Talks Tech, and you can find me on Twitter at I'm Too Old For This. All right, thanks. Bye.